What's up, guys? It's your boy, Mr. One Mindset here with another chart markup for the weekly analysis. Today is Sunday. It is April the 4th, 2021, and we are going to get into some chart markups and see where this market is going to go for this week. So as you can see right now, I'm starting off with the euro versus the dollar. We are on a platform called tradingview.com. So if you have followed trading for any particular period of time, you know that your favorite mentor or your local guru, just about everybody and their mother uses this platform because it's so flexible, it's so versatile, and it really gives you a lot of flexibility in how you can mark up your charts. All right, so as we've talked about in previous videos, we're going to start off with a top-down analysis. And because I am a scalper, my top-down is from like 1 hour and back. All right, for those of you that do longer term, you can also start from the daily. Okay, so starting from the daily, I can take, and again, we're going to start from the most recent candle and look to the left. All right, so we're going to find the high at that most recent, the most recent high. And then we're going to add another. Okay, we start adding in support and resistance zones. All right, so I see one there, I see one there. And again, this is not an exact science, all right, but these are areas where the market has made a couple of different touches. All right, let's see. We may have one there. Okay, and if we zoom in a little bit more, we can get even, a little bit tighter. All right. Okay, remember this is the daily chart. So here we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches there. Okay, so this is definitely a level that that we need to pay attention to. Okay. Move that to there. Okay. Okay, copy and pasting. All right, so we got some touches there. Pasting again. We got touches here. And we got touches over here. All right, so this is definitely, a strong level that we need to pay attention to, or a strong zone, I should say, that we need to pay attention to. Oops. Undo, there we go. Okay. So definitely a zone we need to pay attention to. All right, and as you can see, we also have zones that are touching in here for that. Zones that are touching here. And also here. All right, so if you notice, this level, which is near the 2000 mark, all right, again, became like a strong level of support. And then once it broke support below 2000, It came down and then came back up and became a level of resistance. All right. So you see how it came down off of it, bounced off of 2000, then came back up, bounced off of it again. And that's when we came down to the next level of support, which is pretty much where we're at right now. Okay. So now we're here. So the question is, will it break down further to the next level of support? That is to be seen. All right. But the one thing that we do know is that right now, last trading day, we had it closed as a downward candle, a red candle. All right. So what may very well happen is we may very well come back and start testing this level of support. Okay. So we bounced off of the 1712, came up and started playing around this 1787 mark, and we may very well start to see this push back to retest the 1710, 1712 area. So if I were trading, the spot Forex market, I would feel very strongly about this area of resistance. Okay, so it's bouncing off of that 1785 mark. All right, and I'm feeling like this market is going to come right back down to here. Okay, so it would have been nice for us to, if we were trading spot Forex, to have gotten in around the 1785 mark. Okay, but right now we're down near 1757. And if we add in some other indicators and we zoom in, you can see it bounced off of that lower Bollinger Band, and it's within that range. All right, so we don't know if it's gonna, start dropping right now, but what we do know is that for the past 4 hours on the previous trading day, the market started coming down. Okay, so today being Sunday, when the market opens in the next 15 minutes, you can kind of see what the market, wants to do, and kind of, make your decision from there. Ideally, we would love for this market to come back up to the 1785 mark, bounce off of that, and then, take an entry from there. All right. So if you are trading binary options, if we drop down to the lower time frames, kind of get a more of a deep dive in. All right, so we appear again to be in that downward range. All right, but definitely because the candles are so small, not something that I'd like to play in personally. All right, so I personally like wider range candles for binary options. Okay, and let's see. All right, so now let's go back to the daily. We can do some more markups, kind of get an idea of what is what. Let me hide some of this other stuff. Okay, and we can delete some of this stuff. Or at least hide them. It's the other thing that I love about TradingView. Again, a lot of flexibility. I don't have to delete stuff. I can actually just hide it. Okay, so if we consolidate, some of this now, what you'll be able to do now is see, all right, let's add a trend line. Okay, so from here, and just kind of connecting the dots. Okay. And what else do we see? So if you notice at the highest high, all right, we made a low, then we made a lower high, then we made a lower low. Okay, then we came up to here and doesn't look like, let's see for sure. Okay, so we didn't go higher than the previous high. So this high was still intact, but then we did break the high here. Okay. So with that being said, because we broke a high, we start from scratch. All right. So now if we bring this to here, okay, so now it starts creating, this becomes my new higher high, right? Okay. So my highest high, okay, here's my low. It's a lower high, lower low, lower high, okay? And if you notice, again, it didn't break it, so that's still intact. And because it bounced off of it, starts to come down and create lower lows. So this downward trend is still intact. All right, so as we start to scroll in and get a little bit deeper, all right, if you notice, it's respecting this trend line, this downward trend line. All right, so technically, like if I wanted to get a position, I could have, like I said, gotten in at 1785. That would have been the ideal place to get in. All right, but my gut tells me that this is still not a bad place. It's not the best place to get in, but it's still not a bad place to take advantage of, because realistically, this should come back down and retest to 1710, 1712 down in that area. So, it is an opportunity to try and capture 40 pips. Okay. Now, if we were also analyzing this using Elliott's wave, all right, so we start from the new higher high and we come down to the low, okay, and come back up to the next higher high. Then we come down to the low, come back up to the next high. And again, this could come down all right, so this market could potentially, like if it breaks down past 1710, 1712, this has the potential to drop down to about 1611. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Let's analyze. All right, so if we jumped in from here, God, I always forget to do that. I gotta switch. Okay. So we have the potential, and let's just say if we jumped in right around now, okay, 59, okay. And we put our stop loss right above. All right, so we got a risk to reward ratio of 3, all right, and we have the potential of earning anywhere between here. Okay, so if we got out around there, we got the potential of getting about 49 pips. If it drops down to our take profit 2, all right, then we could potentially get about 147 pips total. All right, so I think that this is good for a sell on this position. All right, and again, ideally, we would love it if it came back up a little bit before we got an entry. But right now, I mean, you can go in small, and if it did go up and retest this trend line, you could also add another position, and allow for it to drop down again. And again, once if it broke this support level, then you could potentially add another position in order to ride those 3 down to this take profit. Okay, so hope this helps, guys. Looking forward to a strong trading week. And any questions, you can email me at info@crowntradingacademy.com. All right. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.